Today on the table of the RM380 and the SIG P238. You will see a price split of $292. The RM380 being $292 cheaper than the SIG P238. Basically, the SIG P238 is double the cost. Now, depending on what kind of markup your dealer actually uses, like say they just use a flat rate, it will stay at, just short of $300 difference. Say they use a percentage markup, because this is double the cost of this would only get, somewhere around like a $30 markup. This would get somewhere around a $50 markup, growing your price split even more. So, I mean, it's kind of wishy-washy. If you're on the internet where everything's basically, like a $10 markup plus some crazy, ridiculous shipping charge, about a $300 price split is what you're going to see. Capacity is the same on both firearms. You're looking at 6 in the mag, 1 in the pipe. When you purchase the firearms, the RM380, you're going to get a cardboard box. Owner's manual, gun lock. But you do also get a second 6-round magazine that has a pinky extender on there. With your flush mount, you can't quite get your pinky on there, or I can anyway. If you don't have big sausage fingers, you could probably do it. But you do get one with a pinky extender, allowing for a full grip. When you purchase your SIG, this particular model comes with night sights. Now, the other one I had in here did not have night sights on it, but their website on SIG's website said it does. So be very careful when you're purchasing these to actually verify, like put your hand over it or something, that it does in fact have night sights, because I was under the impression they all shipped with night sights, but I was wrong, even though on their website, like every single model has night sights. So you're going to want to watch out for that. Also, this one came with a holster. The other one did not have a holster. You get your owner's manuals, a SIG sticker, range flag, gun lock, and then a little thing of grease, and a very nice hard case. Is the hard case important with a CCW? Probably not, because it should be on you and not in the case. But you do get it. So that's pretty cool, especially if you're in a state like California where you're only allowed to have a firearm if it's locked in the case at a police station or something. Magazine going in and out. RM380, when you hit the release, it shoots it out. Very nice. That's exactly how you want it. Going in, butter smooth. No hang-ups. And then a positive lock. The SIG, when you eject it, shoots it out exactly what you want. Going in, you get a hang-up right there. Now, if you were to go past this, does lock in very nice. The RM380 does go in better. Now, again, make sure to function check your SIG. The last one we had in, you practically needed a rubber mallet to insert the magazine. Slide racking. If the hammer's already back, they're the exact same. If the hammer's down, the RM380 does rack easier than the SIG. Specs. The RM380 is a lighter firearm. The RM380 is also just a touch shorter. It's also not quite as tall. And it's a touch skinnier. Sights, the SIG P238 blows the RM380 out of the water. But this is made, with a single purpose in mind, carrying it. So everything's shaved down so it doesn't get snagged on your clothes. The SIG has very nice sights. This would not double up as a range weapon very well. The SIG, this would also make a nice range weapon. So not only would you have a carry gun, you could also have something you'd really enjoy shooting at the range. Also, say the lighting isn't perfect. It's too bright out or it's not bright enough. Making a precise shot with the RM380 would be very difficult. The SIG, you're covered in all conditions. Where the slide's silver and the sights are dark, it don't matter how bright it is out. They're not going to glare out because the sights are a different color. And no matter how dark it is, because you have night sights. Now, the night sights are flawed. All 3 dots are the same exact color, so you can misalign it. I know what you're thinking, like, I'd never hold my gun like this, but it's not like that. Like, say you come around a corner and your firearm's leading, like, for whatever reason, you're in a dark alley and you see, like, Predator ripping the spine out of someone, you're like, oh no, I gotta get my shot off real quick. And you're panicked, you might come out and actually be misaligned. And because it's dark, you can't actually see the firearm, but you can see your 3 dots, totally missing your target. Now the RM380, this is a double action only. What that means is the hammer doesn't come back. So you have to pull the trigger and it cocks the hammer. The SIG P238, this is single action only. So you can either go cocked and locked with your safety on. So then when you draw it, you got to remember to take off your safety, otherwise it's not going to fire. Or you can go hammer down, but then you have to let the hammer down on a live round. And then you also have to remember to cock the hammer to shoot it. So that can be a problem. And if you're cocked and locked, you could get obstructions in there preventing this from going off. Or you can run without one in the pipe, which is probably actually how I would do it, because I don't want to let the hammer down on a live round inside my house or my car, possibly having a negligent discharge. And then if I run cocked and locked, now I have the option of getting obstructions in there. I also have the option of forgetting to take it off safety. And this is another snag point for your clothes, so when you draw it, it could get hooked on your clothes. No matter which way you go, there's disadvantages. Those disadvantages, though, are they really that big of a liability regardless which one you pick? Probably not. They're probably about as big as a liability as all 3 dots on the sight being the same color. So regardless which way you go, is that going to get you killed? Probably about as much as the sights being the wrong color. So, like, it's really your decision. You got to figure out what you feel most comfortable with and go with it. The RM380, I would actually feel much more comfortable carrying this with a live round in the chamber, just because of how it is. It's got a long trigger pull. Not to mention there's no safeties on this. It's very smooth. And I'd be able to draw this without having to worry about getting snagged because the hammer's back. I don't have to worry about obstructions getting there because it's almost completely sealed off. And I don't have to worry about setting the hammer down on a live round. All things to think about if you're going to purchase these. Trigger brake. P238. Does brake pretty clean. Here's your reset. Nice and short. The RM380. Much longer trigger pull, but it is easy to find your wall. The actual snap is cleaner on the RM380. Now this firearm is second strike capable, so your reset's all the way up front. And then you have to go through the full trigger motion. Your P238, I guess it would be considered second strike capable because you can cock the hammer and drop it on the round again. Even though the RM380 has a better snap, a cleaner snap when the trigger breaks, I would probably actually be more accurate with the P238 because the trigger's shorter and you do have better sights. Especially if you were to start adding time to it. Like say it was a time shoot, I would definitely be better with the P238. If it was unlimited time to shoot, you know, it'd be pretty close, but I still kind of feel like the P238 would be a little bit more accurate, for me at least, than the RM380. Because of your shaved sights and how long the trigger is. Gives me more time to mess up. The actual quality of the firearm, you can just look at the SIG. I mean, this looks like a very high quality firearm. How everything's done, there's just class, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's got flair, sex appeal. It's a beautiful firearm. It really is. Now the RM380 would this will make a better carry gun than the SIG. But this isn't going to double up as a range gun very well. I mean, this is very purpose oriented. It's made for carrying and that's what it's going to do good. It's going to draw nice. It's lighter than the SIG. This isn't a very light firearm. You do get a nice clean snap on the trigger. So if you had to make a long shot, you could. I mean, but you're limited by your sights. So it's really up to you. This, on the other hand, would shoot very nicely at the range. It'd be a blast to shoot. The RM380 also has a huge downfall. To take this down, all you do is you line this slide up with the pin, and then you tip it on its side and your pin can come out. So if you're racking it and it's sideways for whatever reason, your pin can drop out. Then you let the slide go, your slide shoots off, your gun disassembles itself. I even heard of people, if they were shooting it, like let's say you take a round of leg or whatever and you're laying on your side and you got to snap off shots, the pin comes out, jams up your firearm. It's only held in there with a positive attitude and luck. Now, after all that's out there, all that information, what would I pick? The RM380 or the SIG? Man, that's a really tough call. Yes, this would carry better than the SIG, and it does make a better concealed carry weapon, all nice and shaved down, be very comfortable on your body. But because I know that, 99.9999% of the time, I'm probably going to be at the range shooting rather than defending my life, it makes the SIG shine, because this would be a joy to shoot at the range. You could shoot this really, really well. So, if you're willing to take the disadvantages of a straight-up carry gun, plus this has got an ambi-mag release, so your left-handed weirdos are covered, I would probably go with the RM380. If you want something you can also shoot, and you want something that's got that sex appeal, you show it to your friends and like, whoa, that is an awesome firearm. The SIG would be your better choice. Plus, this gives you night options, where you're just not going to have that with this. You're going to have to be like right up in their gut to know that you're hitting, because you're not going to be able to use your sights. But anyways, thanks for watching. Leave in the comments below which one you would pick and why. Don't forget to subscribe.